Welcome back to Reset and Rise, where we help emerging and aspiring leaders grow with clarity, confidence, and intention. I'm Shirrell Meeks. If you ever had an employee who performs really well one moment, but then becomes inconsistent, disengaged, or even confrontational the next, this episode is for you because this is one of the most challenging situations leaders face. And how you handle it will define your effectiveness as a leader. This is not just about performance. It's about unpredictability. You don't know what version of the employee you're going to get, when the work will be strong, or when behavior will become difficult. And that inconsistency doesn't just impact results. It impacts the team. Many leaders fall into one of the three traps. One, tolerating it too long, because when the employee performs, they perform well. So leaders delay addressing the issue. Two, avoiding the conversation, because the behavior can be confrontational or uncomfortable. So leaders wait, hoping it improves on its own. Three, reacting emotionally. When the inconsistency continues, frustration builds and the conversation becomes reactive instead of productive. Strong leaders don't ignore it and they don't overreact to it. They manage it with clarity, consistency, and control. Here are 4 ways to handle inconsistent performance. 1, separate performance from behavior. One of the biggest mistakes leaders make is allowing strong performance to excuse poor behavior. But the reality is, doing great work does not justify being disruptive, inconsistent, or confrontational. You have to address both. 2, address patterns, not just incidents. This is not about one off day, right? It's about repeated behavior. Be specific instead of saying, "You're being inconsistent." Say, "I've noticed that when deadlines approach, your communication drops and your tone changes." Clarity reduces defensiveness. 3, stay neutral, not emotional. Your tone will determine how the conversation goes. If you come in frustrated, it escalates. If you come in neutral and focused, it creates space for accountability. And 4, set clear expectations moving forward. This is where many leaders fall short. They address the issue, but don't define what success looks like going forward. You have to be clear what consistency looks like, what communication should look like, what behavior is expected, and what will happen if expectations are not met. Now, here's what this conversation sounds like. You can say something along these lines. "I value the work you produce, and I've seen what you're capable of, but I've also noticed inconsistency in both performance and communication. To be effective in this role, I need consistency, not just strong moments. Let's talk about what's getting in the way and what needs to change moving forward." Now, this matters because inconsistency doesn't just impact you. It impacts team morale, trust within the group, and overall performance. And when it's not addressed, it sends a message that strong performance outweighs accountability. And we don't want that. So ask yourself these things. Ask, have I been tolerating behavior because of performance? Have I clearly addressed the pattern or just reacted to moments? Have I defined what consistency actually looks like? Strong leaders don't manage just results. They manage expectations, behavior, and consistencies. So the goal is not to control the person, it's to create clarity around what success looks like and hold it consistently. And remember, you always have the power to reset and rise.